None? Get a little rest?
Yes, very nice.
All right. And hide in bed. Who said that? I don't think there's any news except a probable change of plan. I think probably that I'll have to come back here from Cleveland and stay here until, anyway, midnight Sunday night, and maybe stay over until Monday, and then go to Hyde Park.
Any particular circumstances that are all right, Mr. President?
No, except that there are things coming in all the time. And it seems wise to keep in pretty close touch.
Mr. President, Mr. Wilkie in some of his speeches has referred rather caustically to your reference to my ambassador in connection with Joe Kennedy. Could you give us some background in your reference to my ambassador?
Oh, I don't think that we'd better take up a political thing in a press conference. It's really a political thing. Some of you in Washington know the difference between a minister and an ambassador. Don't check with the State Department. I think I might say something about it tonight. We're going to the Curtis Wright plant and the Bell plant, and then down to Lackawanna, the Lackawanna Steel plant. Yes, the old Lackawanna Steel Company. Just about. That's exactly. I looked at it the other day and I said to myself, no change. I said, no change. I can only talk to you off the record about neutrality proclamation without the Greeks, and this really has to be not the background even, but off the record. It's a little bit difficult situation because the Italian minister is still in Athens and the Greek minister is still in Rome. So that puts me in sort of a difficult place, doesn't it? So that's about the size at the present time.
Is that the same situation that applies to freezing of credits, sir?
No, that's a different thing. Because the freezing of credits is based on the control. This is also off the record. The freezing of credits is based not on diplomatic relations, but on the actual occupation of the financial centers, resources of one nation by an invading nation. It's a little bit different. You see the difference.
Mr. President, give us a topic to repeat tonight.
Number 4.
President, that the report that the government is contemplating the construction of 15 or 16 new airplane plants. The only thing I noticed to give us?
Only as, well, if we put this as background, I've been a little amused at the way some people, both former Republican leaders, this is just background, have taken the announcement of night before last about an addition of 12,000 planes. Obviously, you can't simply go to Sears Roebuck and get them off the counter. You have to have facilities to build them. The present facilities that are now turning out planes in this country, actually turning them out, are insufficient to meet the old orders, the British and American orders. We all know that. Therefore, we've had to give orders, one way or another, for the extension of plants. And those plants, for the old orders, are now under construction. Just for example, some of you people went up to the plant north of Baltimore with me. They are actually in the middle of constructing a new plant as part of the old plant, but about half a mile away through the woods. Remember? Now it means, of course, not only putting up a building, but tooling it and training the people to run the tools. And that relates to orders which were given, have been given since last spring, both for American planes and British orders. Now, night before last, it sounds sort of, as I call it, kindergarten stuff. I have to say it that way. A new order for 12,000 additional planes over and above the old order means obviously that the Defense Council has to arrange, either through private capital or government loans, for the building of more plants to fill more orders. Well, that's a kindergarten stuff, that's all it is. And there will have to be, of course. In order to turn out more planes, there will have to be more productive capacity. Does that answer the question?
Say roughly how many plants?
I have no idea at all. The desire to give orders for 12,000 more planes communicated to us is passed on with a hope that there will be favorable consideration by the Defense Council.
Has the Defense Council acted on it, Mr. President?
Not that I know
Mr. President, is there a new American program in addition to the new British program?
of. There may be as soon as Congress gets back. I don't know. In other words, we haven't got to that because we're finishing the placing of the orders. I say finishing it. You know, the totals is now nearly 9 billion. A couple of weeks ago there were 8 under the old orders, under the old appropriations. And we haven't got to the point because Congress isn't here. We'll probably work out the new program as soon as Congress meets.
Is that a lot of background also?
What?
Is that a lot of background also? Is that?
No, I think you can use that. That's not background, that loud.
President, these programs are all predicated on the assumption that we're going to keep on fighting until the winter and not the summer when the people
What?
I think this whole program is predicated on the assumption that the British will continue fighting through the winter.
No, it isn't based on any assumption except that we're trying to get a productive capacity of 50,000 planes in this country. That's the only assumption you can make.
Mr. President, stories were printed last night that the Sperry Gyroscope Company is about to release a bomb sight to Great Britain at with the approval of the Army. Is that story correct, sir?
I haven't the faintest idea. Just like other stories, it isn't. It's that simple.
President, I wrote the story, and the story said that the Sperry Company is manufacturing a bomb sight experimentally in limited quantities for the Army. The story also said that the Northern bomb sight is manufactured mass production for the Army and Navy was not being used.
Now, this has got to be off the record, too. It's just by way of what I say warning. I don't think that any bomb sites have been released of either the Sperry bomb site or the Norton. Now, of course, it's possible that there may be being built in this country bomb sites on British orders. That's something that occurs to me that ought to be looked into. That's a very great possibility. Even by the Sperry company.
Would that be on British specifications, sir?
Yeah. So,
Not involving any of the principal parts.
No.
But the story is pointed that the automobile industry might take subcontracts to manufacture parts, and the plants actually assembly plants for airplanes.
Didn't Mr. Knudsen say something about that the other day? I think he did. Because that's one of the things that Mr. Knudsen and the other members of the Defense Council have been studying. And of course, it's entirely possible they may use automobile plant facilities to turn out many, many parts of airplanes. And then, as you suggest, have them assembled somewhere else. That's just a logical development in a program that is being set up by a production expert.
Thank you, Mr. President.
We won't see you again.
No, not Sunday. What?
See you for a long time.
Yeah, I like that book. I like that book. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah, I like it. It's all right. Learned a lot.
We're going to work with
The missus doesn't like it. The missus doesn't like it so much. No, she says that you discovered a whole lot of things. Right. Good to see you.
Listen, these people tell Dixon, my wife, tells me she wants you to tell me about Gates.
Yeah.
That from the middle of the stream came it out to the middle of the stream. Then Churchill and him and the boat already in the double. True. Again, this man knows nothing. He's so ignorant. He goes from the fire and he makes an ass of himself.
And then did you know a thing which you can tell your missus, but don't tell anybody else? Poor old Chamberlain is not going to live more than a month. You know, he had a very bad cancer. We don't talk about it.
Marvin was walking $500. Pennsylvania, Utah, Pennsylvania, and taking our cousin at the top set it off and delivered out $1,000 for 20 weeks.
No big ticket.
No, nobody's taking, won't take any part of it.
I know, that's all about money. So in the end, they won't take it. How'd you like that?
Okay. Learn something about what's going on.
What?
President.
Yes, sir.
The president of the press club, Mr. President.
Well, is the press club going to give me an entertainment?
We are. They've been asking me, and I haven't really had a chance to put it up to you, to change that date from November 9 a little bit, because following the campaign, a lot of them wanted to bring off on
I
vacation.
know. Well, you know, here's my trouble, as I told you before. I am completely vague as to plans after the 11th.